LaRussell unnecessarily apologizes to Lil Wayne.
I've been thinking about this Wayne stuff. Some niggas been hitting me like, ignore it, fly over it, don't even talk about it. But that's not like who I am or how I am. When I got an issue, I'd rather over communicate on how I feel and how it make me feel. I don't even like want the energy of niggas debating Wayne's legacy to be around me. This is really a war of perspectives. I meant no malice. Like, nigga, I love Lil Wayne. I would never diss that nigga legacy. Like, that nigga mean too much to me, right? But that's me living in me. Like, I know when I said it, I meant that. But perspective is key because how it's received don't always be how you sent it. If you offend a nigga, you have no jurisdiction or right to be like, well, I didn't mean that, so you can't be offended. The punch landed on me, and I'm offended, you know, and I respect that, and I empathize for that, because if I was on the other end, I could see how one could take it as such. I don't even want niggas taking my side. My personal opinion of my experience wasn't to be taken as the world's experience, but that's a flaw in me, because I could have used better words to explain what I was trying to say. The ego in me is always like, nigga, I'm not gonna apologize for some shit I went wrong. Nigga, I went wrong. You feel me? But the human in me that's growing is like, nigga, it don't matter if you feel like you was wrong. Someone was offended by your actions. And that's what warrants an apology. So Wayne, if this reached your life in any way, I truly apologize. Because that's not my intention at all, nigga. I love you. And I honor what you do in your legacy. If it didn't reach you, thank God. Because this some bullshit. These niggas on social media on some bullshit. And you know what's crazy? I ain't no sellout. I ain't in the Illuminati. I still live in my community. I just came from my mama crib. If anything, I'm a nigga you should celebrate a champion. I made it from my backyard. That's myself. With integrity. I take care of my children. You feel me? I'm doing nothing but outputting good into the world where I could. I'm not a nigga you gotta call out his name. You ain't gotta talk about my beard. You ain't gotta say I can't rap. Nigga, none of that even necessary, nigga. But I get it. Niggas like, nigga, what you said wasn't necessary. And I empathize on that. I get all the uproar, but like I truly meant no malice. Wayne, come to the backyard. Or you could be like, nigga, fuck you, nigga, after all that. And I accept that too. I accept both of those. But nigga, I love you. And we would love to have you in the backyard with the choir and the band and do something special. All my legends mean something to me. And I would love that. But I also understand it was like, nigga, fuck you too. I get both. I feel it. But real nigga out. We done. White flag, nigga. This shit. I don't want niggas online debating. But what could be cool though is a nigga seen the influx of streams in his catalog. And I think that's a beautiful thing that niggas rallied around like, nah, nigga, we ain't disrespecting Wayne. Because I fucking agree. I wouldn't be the rapper I am today without him. So I don't even mind being on the other end of this if the result is niggas realizing how special Wayne was and what he contributed to this shit. And some niggas gonna see this video and be like, nah, nigga, fuck you, stand on what you saying. It's like, all right. Helmet, you know, and it's all good. I have nothing but love. I don't have no malice in my heart. Like, I hate that this moment even made me like feel like it activated my ego where I feel like I had to defend myself through my skill. And it's like, I never want my life to be me versus Wayne, me versus none of that. You know, I really didn't think I was this impactful, honestly. Like, it's crazy because this whole time, niggas been telling me like, nigga, fuck you, you ain't shit, you ain't nothing, you don't even deserve to talk about him. But if I didn't matter, it wouldn't matter. And for y'all niggas who was saying that old sick ass hating shit too, nigga, if I'm unqualified to critique Wayne, you are definitely unqualified to critique me. You niggas have not done nothing close to what I've done in my career in life. Let's leave it there.
What's up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash outs to CLBMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Before we get started, I need you to go down in those links. Tap that Temu link. Support the channel. Tap that ReStream, DistroKid. Yada, yada, yada. We're in a stand on nothing society, gang. We're in a society where we are bullying the rappers now. We got to a point. I just did a video a few days ago that says hip hop loves apologies. Now we can add one more to the list of rappers getting in big hot water situations, apologizing their way out. But now I'm going to have a caveat with this one, gang. I'm going to give LaRussell a little bit of grace, but I still got to do what I do. But I am going to give him a little bit of grace because I understand the bottom line of the apology. He doesn't want Lil Wayne to feel away. I know the apology is deeper than that. And I know that he's feeling the pressure from the fans. He's feeling the pressure from other rappers, right? I believe it was Mick Jenkins, some other people came out and had something to say about this situation. But end of the day, he feels that he overstepped his bounds, and a lot of people came at him. Wayne, a lot of people said he was disrespecting Wayne's legacy. I disagree. Okay, we are in a world now where you can't even state your opinion and the opinion be fact, and you still gotta apologize. He literally apologized for facts. Even the people defending Wayne started to come for LaRussell instead of really defending Wayne because the shit is facts. When you start, let me just say this for everybody involved that had something to say to this kid LaRussell. When your argument started to leave Wayne and started to say that LaRussell has no stake in the game or he hasn't done enough, you've already lost your argument because the argument was never about LaRussell's career. So as soon as you shifted, you lost the plot because you were supposed to be defending if Wayne has substance. You were supposed to be telling us why you were so mad that he can't. You shouldn't have been mad because the shit was facts. I didn't understand all of the backlash. Okay, Wayne has a fan base. They're going to backlash regardless. It doesn't matter. You're not going to listen to that. First of all, you get on LaRussell. Let me talk to you. You get on a podcast and you state your opinion. Somebody's going to be offended. You could have said the complete opposite. You could have got up there and said, Lil Wayne, da-da-da-da-da. Somebody would have been offended that you praised him so much. You up there dick-sucking Wayne, da-da. There is nothing you can say that's not going to piss somebody off. This just happened to piss people off because it was right, it was facts, and it went viral because people didn't like the facts. The truth hurts. Now, you're a burgeoning artist that has made your lane with independent music. Salute to you, right? Your name was buzzing before we even heard this sound bite about Lil Wayne. And I know you're trying not to have your career stumble and this, that, and third. You know you got shows, you got tours. You're trying to say you just signed this deal with this distribution deal with Roc-Nation. A lot of people want to be clear about that. Yo, stop saying he signed. Well, he signed, but it's a distribution deal, okay? So he signed a distribution deal with Roc-Nation. Ain't no time to be rocking no boats. Somebody might have got on that horn. He said he got a whole bunch of calls. I think one of them calls was like, gang, you need to get in front of this because this is bad, right? So I know he said that people was telling him to leave it alone, but I'm telling you, somebody told him not to leave it alone. He said, this wouldn't be me because I like to talk about things more, da-da-da. Well, this is what I got to say to that. You caved on this. Now, I get it. You're saying, I love Lil Wayne, da-da-da. I didn't want to disrespect his legacy. The cat's out the bag, dog. You already disrespect his legacy, but if that's what the legacy is, it ain't disrespect. If you're not going to come back, I don't know where we're going with this apologizing every fucking day shit. I don't know where this is going. Everybody's apologized. I don't know what's happening with hip hop, right? Kanye apologized, J. Cole apologized. Everybody's apologizing. Ja Rule apologized. Everybody's doing shit they want to do, and then when the heat come, they apologizing. Right? So nobody can stand on nothing no more. It's like, oh shit, oh motherfuckers ain't like that shit. Well, shit, write me up something. I'll say it. Just fucking out. Everybody's apologizing, right? Who was it? The fucking Melly Mel wrote it. He dissed Eminem, then wrote an apology letter, sent out an apology, a fucking statement. Everybody. Now we know Melly Mel ain't never like Eminem for years, but Melly Mel dropped the worst diss record in probably the history of hip hop. Try to diss. Was it Eminem? Right? Am I bugging out? I don't know who it was, but it had to be Eminem, right? He dissed him. Then he made an apology letter. Okay, so end of the day, we got even the old heads apologizing. Everybody wants to apologize. They want to move on with their careers. They don't want the smoke, right? They don't want the problems. They don't want people in their DMs. They don't want people in their comments. They just want to move forward. This is not hip hop, gang. You guys are not hip hop. You got some shit. Just stand on it. This was not that egregious. Wayne fans gonna be mad for another 2 weeks, then they're gonna move on to something else and squirrel. They're gonna look around and look at something else. Okay? Wayne got a lot of fans. No matter how you talk about him, somebody gonna have something to say. The end of the day, the fact that you apologized and kept saying you're a Wayne fan, you already said all that. If it didn't matter before, it ain't gonna matter now. It ain't gonna matter. He's like, I didn't want my name around the negativity or that. Well, it's already there, gang. You said it on the podcast. This is what people, I don't understand this. People get on these podcasts who talk for a living. You talk for a living. Dog, you literally talk for a living. You went on a almost no-name podcast. Let's just be honest. It's a podcast that's coming up like everybody else. And you said these things, which was supposed to propel the conversation. You could have elaborated on this instead of caving. What I'm starting to see is people don't want to stand on something if it's going to cause them more strife and have to deal with it. They want to just apologize and move forward. And I understand, LaRussell. I get it. You're trying to save face. You want to just move forward. And this may work to a degree, but a lot of people do not care at this point. A lot of people, they're not going to see your heartfelt apology. And you keep reminding them what you've done. And I've done this in my career. And you can't speak for, if I can't speak on Wayne and you can't speak on me because I've done way more than you niggas, now you're getting defensive. This is my whole thing, LaRussell. Don't get defensive. This shit cannot be resolved by you keep going live and talking about it. You have to 100% stop talking about it. You have to 100%. Like when Lil Zane, he said that shit about Tupac. Guess what Lil Zane did? After a while, he just stopped talking about it. He stopped talking about it. Yeah, his career trash, but at the end of the day, you can't hit a motherfucker that you can't see. If he stops talking about it, it's over. It's over. LaRussell, you can't now want to keep telling us how much you love Wayne. That was not the issue. They didn't have no problem with you loving Wayne. I told you that. You could have hated him. It doesn't matter. They have an issue with you saying he don't have no substance. And he didn't have much substance. Right? Homeboy like, yo, I can name some songs. Well, fucking name them, but we don't care because if we gotta go through his shit and try to figure out which song has substance, then at some point the shit's true. Right? And it's not fair for Homeboy to say, now you got to have all substance. See, this is what people try to do. He goes, down, LaRussell, now you got to have all substance. Everything you say got to be substance now. That wasn't what Homeboy said. And now it's all or nothing. Now it's in defense of Wayne. Now everybody got to come out and defend Wayne because everybody love Wayne, right? Now, if motherfuckers really wanted to have a 5-hour conversation, start reading some of them Wayne fucking lyrics, that'd be a whole fucking thing too, wouldn't it? So some of y'all motherfuckers is too attached to these motherfucking rappers. Right? You love him and you want to defend him at all costs. This nigga's 40-something years old, about to be 50-something. Wayne is a millionaire. He don't need all this defending. I'm just going to be honest. But everybody wants to defend him, this, that, and the third. But if y'all really want to dig in of Wayne's impact on the culture and what Wayne had motherfuckers out here trying to be gang members, and that Homeboy told you, he seen motherfuckers try to join gangs because of Wayne. So that shit is facts. He said he don't have no substance. It's fucking facts. Wayne is the motherfucker that don't think racism is alive. Gang, we could sit here for hours if you really want to have this conversation. So getting in front of Lil Wayne, trying to defend Lil Wayne's substance is a losing battle. You're going to lose. I don't give a fuck what you say. You can sit there for 10 hours. You can sit there for 17 days trying to bring up what Lil Wayne has actually done substance-wise. Well, this is hip-hop. It ain't got to be all about substance. But when someone calls a spade, it is what it is. Right? If we sit back and start opening them fucking lyrics like Christmas gifts and start figuring out, okay, what Wayne said on this, that, and the third, it's going to be a short fucking conversation. It's going to be a real short conversation. So, end of the day, LaRussell was right. Now, everybody love fucking Wayne. That wasn't the question. They started talking about Wayne's legacy. He said for a while, he said, and this is the problem with the apology. This is what makes the apology even worse. You said your truth, right? This is what makes me like kind of like I'm bugging out because you said, as I grew up, I had a disdain for Wayne's lyrics. That's what you said. You meant that shit. Why now are you apologizing for meaning some shit? You said I had a disdain because I saw as I matured, this shit is immature. You were a fucking kid. Wayne started this shit when he was fucking like 14, 15 years old. He started rapping. Am I bugging out? So end of the day, he was saying little kid shit. It would only be right if you grew older and started to say, okay, some of this shit, a lot of the directions he went, even when everybody was getting older and understanding, okay, this gangbanging shit ain't it, this, that, and the third. Wayne jumped in and head first, started being a gang fucking banger, a millionaire gangbanger. No, that shit wasn't cool. And for somebody to try to make it like it was cool, you're disingenuous. But this guy, LaRussell, said his truth his way. Don't apologize for your truth. Don't apologize for your truth. So, end of the day, you're sitting there, now you're backtracking on what you said. So now I guess you didn't have a disdain and you didn't grow up and you didn't find his music immature and you didn't find it had no substance. They're bullying you into changing your opinion so that you can move on with your career. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. Because if you start caving now, you're going to start caving forever. And nobody's going to want to listen to your shit if you're a dude that caves. Most of the internet, if you looked at this shit was like 80% with you on that. So I don't know why you're apologizing. I have no idea. So that was a mistake. You followed up a mistake with another mistake. So my only advice to LaRussell is this. You can't apologize for your truth. That's like if you say, I lived in Vallejo, I grew up with my mom, this, that, and the third, and motherfuckers come out, yo, Vallejo's your mom, don't fuck that. And you say, I'm sorry I grew up in Vallejo, I'm sorry I grew up with my mom. That what it sound like. You're apologizing for your own experience. Don't do that. Don't apologize for your experience. It's your experience. Can't nobody take that from you. If you grew up and found Wayne's lyrics, even if you found them repulsive, it's not a knock against Lil Wayne. That's how I feel. You're not saying that you don't like Lil Wayne or Lil Wayne should die or none of shit like. You're just saying, I have this is how I felt when I grew older. I still love Wayne, but I saw some of his music. It wasn't full of any substance. It wasn't really saying nothing. The end. Boom. Move on. Make your next album. Move on. I don't understand the apology. I just don't. And I know why I get it. You're a good guy. You don't like confrontation. You don't like smoke. Let's just be honest. That's what it is. You don't want the confrontation. You don't want the smoke. You don't want people coming at you about Lil Wayne, and you're making a negative conversation about Lil Wayne. Well, guess what, LaRussell? Let me let you know some shit. Motherfuckers been talking negative about Lil Wayne for years now. This is not new. This is not going to change what he got going on in his life. Did you hear the conversation last year when he didn't get the Super Bowl and how everybody was like, good, right? For the most part, it started off with a little wave. The wave started up and went up real high. Oh, why do it should be Wayne instead of Kendrick? That shit lasts about a week. Because when all the videos started coming up of Lil Wayne having these horrible shows and doing this awful music, and then Carter 6 came, they was like, yeah, this is why. It started to be that it leveled out. All the noise leveled out, and everybody was almost in agreement, like 96%, like Lil Wayne should have never did the Super Bowl, especially after they saw Kendrick do it. Only people still championing him for doing that shit is Drake fans, Nicki fans, and Wayne fans. Right? And that's a small percentage of society. So let me just put it like this. Most people agreed with you. Most people have been talking that shit about Lil Wayne. Has nothing changed. So I don't want you thinking that all of a sudden you're getting bombarded by his fans, but that shit phases out. Them motherfuckers, they're going to forget about the shit in a week. So don't apologize for your life experiences. Don't apologize for the things you feel. Don't apologize for the things you stand on. Simple as that. End of the day, that's it. That's all I got to say. CLBMG. Let me know what you think in the comments. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in about 9:15, 9:30. We go live on all 8 of my social media platforms. Get in my descriptions, man. I got some affiliate links down there. ReStream. I got Temu. All right, you can get a $100 coupon bundle on the Temu, this, that, and the third. And we got a video called This, That, Off the What Project. Me, TJ, and Fliz, we rapping on that thing, man. Listen, go into my videos, type in This, That, watch it, get in the comments, let me know what you think. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click, like, click, share. Tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location. Tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.